Good morning, everyone. How are you? So I'm jumping on the YouTube to talk some money, guys. To talk some money. We're gonna talk budgets really quickly. Okay, budget busters, guys. Okay, many of you guys know we are following Dave Ramsey's baby steps to get out of debt, to save and build wealth, and to retire with an amazing future, and to give, to live like no one else, so later we can live like no one else and give like no one else. But budgeting, guys, a lot of people have this misconception that if you live on a budget that you have to be poor and live horrible, constrained lives. No, that's totally a myth. Okay, living on a budget simply means you have a plan. It just simply means that you're telling your money where to go instead of wondering where your money went. We used to live paycheck to paycheck, and that is no longer the case. Now it feels like we've given ourselves a raise because you tell yourself where your money goes instead of just wondering where it went. So budget busters. So I want to open this dialogue to see what are some of your budget busters. In the past, things that have really been hard to budget for and account for have been things like gas, food, definitely food, toiletries. We went through a stage in toiletries where we were in toiletries for us include like, diapers for the kids, pull-ups when they used pull-ups when they were potty training, deodorants, toothbrush, toothpaste, things like that. All those toiletry things, that took some time to get used to, especially when the kids were younger, because we didn't know how many diapers we needed, how many wipes we needed, what kind, how often we were going through body wash, stuff like that. That took some time, but I know that a lot of people struggle with food budgets. That's definitely one that in the very beginning we were like, whoa, we're spending a lot of money on food. A lot of people do find that when they first sit down to do a budget, they look back to see what they've been spending their money on. The food is just really high on the financial spectrum. So that's one that definitely you can look at and probably most likely cut down right away. We have for the longest time, guys, we were doing $100 a week for food. That's everything. That's like breakfast, lunch, and dinner and snacks. We've upped it since then to like $120. So at least like $500 for the month. There are those months we have $600 for the month where we need to break down to about $150 a month. I'm sorry, $150 a week. But yeah, food in itself is a hard one. It's a hard one to get under control and to understand. So people can find that becomes a budget buster. One other thing that I know we used to do a lot of, and it's hard to really sometimes forecast what it is, but I think it's extremely good that you have this in your budget. But it's a miscellaneous or blow category. Anna and I just recently started giving ourselves like his and her money, like $10 a week to cover anything in case we need to have a little treat or something. We want to have something. That's another thing, guys. Budgeting for things like that, to have little breaks and to have little reliefs. You have to do that. In the beginning, I totally was like, no, we can't have any miscellaneous money. We shouldn't do any of this. No, but then I learned after, just trial and error and conversation with your spouse. It's like, we need that kind of stuff. They're kind of like these, fresh air. We need fresh air every once in a while to breathe. So financially, you have to plan for those kind of things. So planning for miscellaneous and blow money has kind of been the one that's been getting us in the past. You have to be able to set aside a certain amount of money just to be there in case you forget things. It could be $100 a week, $100 a week. It could be $100 a month that you just set aside, and it's just there in case anything comes up that wasn't put, in a specific category for budgeting. And be like, okay, yeah, that's covered, and we've covered that, and that's within the overall budget, and we don't have to worry about you know, dipping into any kind of emergency funds. So that's extra on top of your emergency funds. Having a little miscellaneous category so that in case something comes up, you can, you know, oh yeah, we need to buy another, you know, couple bags of potatoes. I don't know, whatever you use it for, you know, buy somebody food or whatever. So budget busters. What are your budget busters? What are the things that you find like, oh man, this really gets me all the time and just messes us up? Because those are good opportunities to look at and say, how can we change this? That means, okay, well, we have to add extra. Gas, like I said, gas for our cars for a while, because I didn't know if I was working a lot or a little. Back then when I was kind of very irregular, we would do like $300 for the month, and then if I got more work towards the end of the month, I found that I was driving a lot more, and then whoa, I ran out of gas. So that's a tough one to always get. But when we're constantly using the cars, we know we have our sweet spot financially, where we know, hey, we put this much, we know that it'll cover us through the month. We might have a little bit left over, so we roll that over to the next month. So anyways, let's go. Tell me what your budget busters are. Hope you enjoyed this conversation. We'll talk to you guys later. You guys be well, be blessed. I'm off to work. We'll see ya.